became the head pastor or the head worship leader at Hope Church, a small church, 50 people. Were in the congregation. It's a church that's reaching out to mid to lower class citizens in the community and a culturally diverse church. Um, the pastor came to Walter. The pastor and his wife came to Walter with some suggestions as far as a drummer, a singer, and a bass player go. And after praying and considering them, he chose to go with those people as the I guess the basis of a band for the worship team. And one of the practices, Walter um, smells alcohol on Rachel's breath. She's one of the singers, and says that he doesn't really confront her at that time. He just kind of lets it sit in the back of his mind. And the next week they come in, and it smells it again. Apparently this time it's a little stronger. She's a little bit more obviously buzzed, and instead of talking to Rachel, he goes straight to the pastor and confronts him about it. Lets him know what's going on. Um, Says there was no really resolution to the problem. There was no answer or suggestion on how to handle it. But from that point, Walter just kind of left it up to the pastor to take care of it. Um, there's a couple things I see here. The first, I guess, is the gospel, um, the way it relates to the gospel. I think that it says. I mean, it says in the case study that these are new Christians. Each of the band members are new Christians. So it would be very easy for Rachel to not understand exactly how um, following after Jesus means a drop and I guess a release of what we desire and what we enjoy. Not necessarily enjoy, but just things that we allowed to happen in our past. I guess with her would be drinking. And while I don't believe there's anything wrong with an occasional drink, I don't think you can allow that to become an issue to where you're allowing yourself to become buzzed and to get past a point that's healthy. That's a whole other topic, but I think if she's obviously buzzed, then she's obviously drank too much, and that's something that needs to be addressed, especially if she's going to be part of the worship team and leading others to worshiping God on a regular basis. So, um, if Walter confronts her about this, then there's the potential there for her not to understand that this change of life has to happen. There has to be a 180, so to speak, of our actions, and she can come back at Walter as far as like, well, Jesus says to come as you are, and not understand exactly what that means. So that poses a problem for Walter. Um, the second thing that I don't really understand, or I guess wouldn't have done this way, and I know it's easier said than done, is it seems like the way that it's presented in the case study is that Walter totally avoids having to have a tough conversation with Rachel about this issue. If it were me, I feel like I would. If I thought this on, if I thought that one of my people in my band was drinking, I would confront them at the first notice of it and just be like, hey, very softly and gently confront them and just be like, I feel like this. I could be totally off base, but this is what I'm perceiving here. Do you have an explanation for it? I mean, kind of let them tell their side of the story. That way, they know that you're looking out for them, but that you're also there to keep them accountable. And as a worship leader, I feel like that was Walter's job, is just to keep his band and his team accountable. Um, and so I feel like Walter may have missed not only a huge opportunity to step up and lead, but also a huge opportunity to step up and minister to somebody who may be dealing with something even bigger than just drinking. I think a lot of times drinking is just I guess just the surface of a bigger problem, what we see on the surface of the bigger problem. So I think Walter really dropped the ball in that case. Um, and then just showing Rachel a way out, or not necessarily a way out, but just a way to deal with whatever issue it is, even if it is just drinking. Understand that this is something that needs to be contained and that you need to control. If you have a problem with it, if you have like an addictive personality, this is something that you need to really worry about getting in check. So those are just couple things, a couple of my thoughts on it. Um, you know, hope that suffices.